Okay, we're finally here. We're in Alma, Missouri. We're going to start a new series down here. Been threatening this one for a while now. I finally decided to pull the trigger on it. I was going to try to make this a transition from the Ohio Farm series, where we were going to move down to Missouri. And it's going to bring some equipment with me and bleed resources off of the Ohio Farm to make this series happen. Kind of make it like a continuation, but finally just decided to make this a standalone series in and of itself. We were going to start this in August when we got to August in Ohio Farm, since the game starts in August, but we're just going to go ahead and we're going to run this standalone series. Standard 3-day months. First month, of course, is going to be 1 day long, and we'll be running at 1 times speed. Then we'll kick it up to 3 times speed after that. Fields here are huge. Started with the designed start farm and start equipment and $100,000 on new farmer. We've only got about $80,000 left after I made a couple of adjustments. I bought the cheapest pickup I could find, which is the, what is it? I think it's MJ. Went for the Rust version. And then, yeah, a couple other things that we did as we walk around quickly, and you'll just see the start farm. There's our house with the sleep trigger. We have these bins over here. This conveyal auger is actually a used auger. We started with one new. I sold it and bought the used one, made about $9,000. Took that $9,000 and I upgraded our John Deere tractor to a 6250R instead of a 6230R. Additionally, I put a weight, a front loader attachment, and I got one of these CSZ package bale spikes with retractable. I have not used it before, so I think that's pretty much where our money went. Oh, and a fuel tank over there. So we start out with the Gator, Case Maxim. We got a Case 7150 for our combine. We got a grain header. We got one of these folding Capello. I always call it Capello corn headers. I don't know how that'll let it. We got another auger on the backside for taking out. Oh, I also put in a toolbox because I basically drove every tractor to the shop and changed the tires to Michelin's. Let's see. So yeah, we got 6250R. We got a 4755. And then we got a tedder. We got a rake, windrower. We got this baler. Interesting baler. This planter. Here we got some mowers. A Brantner power tube trailer, cultivator, and seed drill. So we'll just kind of do the drive around here, quickly show you where everything's at. If you haven't seen it, or maybe you've seen somebody else's playthrough. We do have a cow barn here. In our cow barn, I parked the feed mixer so it's not outside. So we'll start out with a good sized feed mixer. Not sure when we'll get cows in. Probably sooner than later, after we get the supplies in. There's a slurry pit down here, which is nice. So we currently own 3 fields. One of them is to my immediate right. We'll see it up a little higher. It's got alfalfa in it, so we'll probably cut that. We've got, I think it's a wheat field. Although we have these, stave silos, I don't think they do anything. They don't do anything for us. This is a sheep barn. And I think the cows and the sheep share the pasture, but I'm not 100% sure. So put the animals in. It is nice in that it's one of those ones that I like, where the pasture follows the contours of the ground. It's not just a big flat pasture like a lot of the ones that you put in yourself. So thanks to the map maker for that. Drive across the grass here. We also have this horse stable, I guess. I don't often do horses. This is a really nice building. So yeah, I think maybe we'll try it. So I was fiddling around with this on my PlayStation 4 just because I like the map so much. I was excited about it. So I was playing around on it. Unfortunately, I can't transfer that one over here, but man, I was lucky in love in the sense that used equipment was just smiling on me. This cornfield to my left is ours. The alfalfa to my right, also ours. And then down below, this wheat field, which is ready to harvest, is ours. So yeah, when I was messing around on PS4, it doesn't matter at all now because it's not going to affect this, but I got the horse trailer used right away. So I went and bought a couple of horses and put them in the barn. I got a Wilson pace setter used. It was awesome. It was going great. The fields, surrounding fields are a little different. So they don't start the exact same every time you start a game because there were more cornfields around. So I had done more corn harvests and whatnot and had been able to put quite a bit of corn into our grain bin. But like I said, that really doesn't matter. It's its own thing. So I don't often remove the front loader from the tractor, but I'm going to do it this one time so that I can do the mowing. I'm going to follow my general rule of always using the smallest horsepower tractor that the job requires, so we're going to use this for the mowing. I'm going to start out getting the alfalfa cut, and I'm not sure why, but I feel like the sooner I get it cut, the sooner it'll start growing again. Never done alfalfa really. I don't know if I've ever done a map that had alfalfa on it. I think in FS19 I might have played on Stone Valley just to do the alfalfa, like just messing around, starting the map and doing alfalfa. So obviously I have done the alfalfa here before because I was messing around with it on PS4, but and I'm not 100% sure how this alfalfa behaves. In the sense that I don't know if you could drive on it or not. Crop destruction's on. So I think I drove on it on the PS4 after I had cut it and after it started growing again, and it looks like it damaged it. So you got to kind of be careful around the edges because you'll cut grass also, so you might get a little bit of a mix, but if you have very little of it, it shouldn't make too much of a difference. So we're not gonna obsess over it. We will try and minimize it. So I missed just a bit there. But we're going to try not to mix grass into our alfalfa. Not sure how successful we'll be with that. Oh, so what are we going to do with this alfalfa? We're going to ted it and we're going to bale alfalfa hay. That's the plan. I know what you're thinking, more grass work. And you're kind of right. This is not significantly different from doing a grass field. We're going to do a couple of laps around the outside and then we'll go back and forth, I think. Or maybe we'll keep going around. Whatever it takes to get this cut, that's what we'll do. We'll wander around the map, of course, and you'll get to see it. This is a really nice map. It gives you a real good Midwestern feel. I think I was looking forward, well, I don't think it's ever had a chance to come into console or even maybe to the mod hub, but Monteith, Iowa was a map I was looking forward to potentially being able to play, but I knew that there wasn't much chance of it coming, and this one did come, and it gives me a lot of the same feel. I mean, there's some really good American maps. I was very interested in maybe playing on American Falls by Lancey Boy, and that's a nice map too. I was playing around with that one actually on PS5, but I really like the look of this one, so this is the one we're going to go with for a while. I think there's the ability to go really big on this map, and that's, I think, our goal is in contrast to maps like Colonia on the old Polish farm, where it's tiny and we're using old equipment, small stuff, and it's fine. These fields are massive. They are big. So I think this is a series where we're going to try and get big equipment. I think we can do it. The fields are so large, we're going to get so much off of them that hopefully we can make good money selling our crops that we'll be able to reinvest back into the farm. And I mean, like on Ohio Farm, we're getting bigger. The fields aren't massive, so we really don't need the big equipment. But I think here you do, because some of these fields are quite large. Yeah, I think I got some grass around the edges, but we'll clean it up. It'll be fine. I'm trying not to miss bits, but I probably should just focus on getting it done, right? So I think something will probably be a little different in this series is we're going to see more jump cuts within our time lapses, just because I was distracted by the beauty of the map. Now, I need to be careful. Let's see if I can get that one little bit of alfalfa I missed. If I get a bunch of grass in there too. There we go. But yeah, we'll probably have to do jump cuts within our time lapses just because the fields are so large that even at 8 times speed, it takes more than 2-3 minutes to do a field, and our time lapses usually are about 2 to 3 minutes long on average. But yeah, as I look in the distance, you know, this map really captures the essence kind of that Midwest United States. Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska. Maybe even Kansas to a certain extent, up in the northern part, northeastern. So periodic plowings on, crop destructions on, limes on, field stones are on, pretty much every trailer limits are on, all the annoying little things that I tend to run. I considered precision farming, but I didn't do it. I don't know, I don't do precision farming. Probably should have, but not. We're doing seasonal growth, 3-day months. And once we hit September, which will be the first 3-day month, we'll speed up time to 3 times speed. And that's, I think, how we'll run it. I don't think I'll be manhandling any bales. I don't think we'll be making small squares on this map like we did on Ohio Farm. Well, we start with the baler, so in Ohio Farm we started with the small square baler. It kind of drove us to working with small square bales. We just adapted, and we have a use for them, so. Oh, I can get a couple of these. There we go. So I guess, yeah, this could take a little bit. So why don't we do a time lapse while I finish this field? get these last couple of bits here, but that's the alfalfa cut. Oh, I missed some right there. I did. There we go. I think that's it. Yeah, we'll have to get the tedder out here. Get this tedded. And then we can bale it. Just love the views on this map. It's nice. It's so well done. Actually, what I would like to do is I'd like to put this against the wall over here. What? Fold up. I did fold it up, didn't I? Okay, apparently I have to unfold it to drop it. That's weird. Alright. Okay, we want the tedder. That was another thing when I was playing on PS4, the Vermeer windward came up used that I like to use. So yeah, that's an idea. We should check out used equipment, see if anything really good came up for us. I don't think we have to really worry about anything. This is all our land. We don't have to keep it within the field edge necessarily, but we will try. Don't want to get it all mixed up. Let's check used equipment real quick. Yeah, it's just the same stuff as when we first started the game. All right. So I've been talking about how much I love the map, and I'm not showing the map maker any love by mentioning the map maker's name. So this map is by Celobuki. I don't know if it's first map by him or not, but it's awesome. I love it. Love this map. Just looks great. So I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun on here, maybe trying to get a big farm going and everything. So we're going to need to make a lot of money to pay for that stuff. So we're going to do a lot of contracts as well. I'll probably try and do them on or off camera, depending on what they are. But maybe try and keep them to a minimum. If it's what takes up our day, though, I guess, it'll be on screen. But we're gonna try and stay really busy and make sure we're getting as much money made as we possibly can. So right now I'm thinking, as I'm looking at the farm, what don't I have? I guess the baler we have has a wrapper attached to it. It's a baler wrapper, which I've never really used. So I guess maybe it's not as much of a rush, but I was thinking maybe getting a fermenting silo put in, just because it's nice. I like the silage pits, the bunker silos, but takes space and time, and throwing it into the fermenting silo is awful easy. Doesn't go against your bale count, which is a concern for us console players. Even though I'm on PS5, and I think I believe the bale count might be 300. I don't think it's as low as 200. I think it's 200 on PS4, but I think the PS5 it might be 300. But still, depending on what size bales you're doing, it's easy to get to that. God knows how many bales we're going to get off this field alone for hay bales. So we'll see. How did I missed some. So the deal with the alfalfa, I think, is that it's kind of like a crop. So when you have crop destruction on, it doesn't actually destroy it per se, but I think it sends it back to like the first growth state. Sort of like how I think poplars is. I haven't done poplars in FS22. That's how the poplars behaved in FS19. If you drove across your poplars after they were growing, you would send her back to the first growth state. So as I was going around mowing and I was turning some of the corners, I thought I saw that I was driving over some of the alfalfa and not actually cutting it. But I am not 100%. See how we got some grass mixed in with it over there? See that? There's grass and alfalfa. I think it'll be okay. It'll just resort to whatever you have the most of in the baler, I think. So it should be all right. We're gonna go around twice, then we'll probably go back and forth. Might be easier with this. But yeah, I think we'll get it baled. I don't know if we'll get it off the field yet in August. Maybe we'll try. I want to get this, wow, so we got technically 2 more jobs to do. We got to windrow, and then we've got to bale it. Even if we time-lapse everything, it's going to take some time. I don't know if we'll get to the wheat field in this episode or not. We're at what? Probably 30, easily 35, 36, 37 minutes already. So we're almost 2/3 of the way through the episode. I think we started working in the field about 20 minutes in. Time lapses. Need more time lapses so we can get more work done. Still takes me a long time to do all this. So yeah, what we're gonna run is, for now, we're gonna run 4 series at the moment. We're gonna try and do North American, followed by European, North American, European. So tomorrow will be Bali Spring. Then we'll get back to Ohio Farm. Then we'll get to the old Polish farm. And then we'll be back here at Alma, Missouri. That's our plan going forward for the near term. We got premium expansion coming out, which is probably gonna replace the old Polish farm. I hate to say that, because that is the series that does the best. I don't know. I can't figure out what the watch patterns are for the viewers. But generally speaking, the old Polish farm does the best, which is it's a shame to, it would be a shame to get rid of that one. So what I plan on doing is I plan on, archiving it, curating it off to the side while we do Sri Lanka and check out all the new stuff. Problem is, I have to, I think, do some drastic measures in my PS5 to free up memory within the game memory, for downloading mods and DLCs and maps and stuff, because I've got it almost full. So if I want to download Sri Lanka, I gotta do something drastic. I'm gonna try and figure out if I can go north-south. Does it matter? I don't know. What direction am I going now? This is mostly south. Okay. Yeah, we'll run north-south from now on. Northerly and southerly. I don't know if it'll be straight up, but we'll try and do it more or less north-south. And we better start time-lapsing. Right, I think this is it. I think that's all the alfalfa tedded. Still grass around the edges with it, but let's fold this up and put it away. We'll grab the windrower, we'll get out here, we'll get it windrowed, we'll go around the edges a couple of times, then we'll run north-south again, and maybe we'll get started on the baling. Yeah, sorry about all the time lapsing, but here on Alfalfa, Missouri. Alma, Missouri, mapped by celobuki. I gotta get better at driving in this shed. The camera angles I'm using, because like last few times I've been up in here, I've been like camera up in the rafters, which is probably not ideal. So let's see if we can do it first person without hitting the 4755. I think that's good, isn't it? Almost like I planned it. Watch me hit something in front of me. I don't think I did. All right, let's get this out. How was that? Is that better? So I don't think really we got anything to worry about too much. We own all the land around it, so yeah, we shouldn't have trouble picking it up. We'll keep track of which bales were on the far outside. Those will be the ones that are kind of mixed grass and alfalfa, or hay and, yeah, grass and alfalfa hay. So if we sell it, we are able to represent it correctly, or we'll use it to feed our animals. I don't know, do they have a preference which kind of hay they prefer, alfalfa or grass? I don't know. We got some grass on our land that's not in a field that we might be able to cut and make, you know, regular hay out of, or maybe we could actually, that's how we could start getting our silage going. An idea, and we could do bales to start with if we absolutely need to. Depends. I don't know how much a fermenting silo costs. I'll have to look. It's not like we have a lot of money right now. I certainly want to have a cushion if something comes up in used equipment that we want, because I'm telling you, when I was playing on PS4, yeah, just fiddling around with this, man, it's just, it was on it. I was getting the stuff I wanted, or certainly stuff I could use. Of course, you know me, I'll buy almost anything that comes up in used equipment, just like, well, I might need that someday. I almost bought that other auger that was in the used equipment. It's designed to go with like the smooth wall bin or the smooth wall hopper in like the AGI West Tech pack or whatever, which I don't have any of, but it's like, ooh, I should get that. But gotta try and be reasonable about this. See, yeah, so it's just gonna go ahead and knock it back to the first growth state when I oh, it did some of them but not all of them. All right, we'll see what happens. I feel compelled to try and get this stuff off the field this month here in August, though. You know, we probably certainly won't have time to do it in this episode, but maybe the next one. Get these bales off of here. I will come over and do like a test corner or something to figure out at what point you can no longer drive on it, just so I know for future reference. But yeah, I'm not gonna leave the bales on here if the answer is that I'm destroying or setting it back that much. I don't know if it'll matter this late in the year. I don't know if it's August now. I don't think we'll probably get another cut off of it this year. But yeah, we'll do the best we can to see if we can maximize it before, you know, the winter comes, the cold and everything. So let me get around the outside again, and we'll probably run northerly, southerly windrows for the most part after that. And then we'll get on the baling. So yeah, another time lapse. Okay, I'll try and get this bit together so it's easier to pick up with the baler. And I think that's the alfalfa windrow. So next we got to bale this. I'm gonna have to take a look at some of the features on that baler. I'm not quite sure how it works again. Got to check out, see whether if it's got automatic drop, I'll probably turn that off. I'm not sure what the sizes of the bales are. Should probably check our feed mixer to get an idea of how big we want to go, but obviously we want to try and go with probably the largest bales that we can. I'm gonna come in the other door. That way it'll be easier to back to where I want to keep this. And then, did I park anything in front of the baler? I don't think so. Okay, I should be able to get to it. Can I run the baler with this? I think I can. This has got like 145 horsepower, so... Okay. Let's get over to the field. It's nice that it's got this wrapper on there, but I don't... Not something I've used, really. I used it on this, just when I was playing around before. Alright, so let's go to the open the help window. Alright, there we are. So turn on automatic drop. I'm gonna leave that off, I think. Change the bale size. I can do 150s. Okay, 150 is as large as I can go. We'll do that. Kind of made the decision for me. Nope. I guess you gotta unfold it somehow. Alright, here we go. So we're gonna run over a little bit of grass. It's okay, it didn't change anything. So as long as we don't, yeah, I think we're good. I think we'll be okay. Just a little bit there and a little bit there. Pickup size seems pretty good on here. As long as we're careful, we should be okay. So it'll automatically come out of the baler. It'll rest on the wrapper and then I drop it. Okay, that's how it's gonna work. We got the Vermeer pack loaded, so that's where the bale counter that we saw in the help window comes from. So you can do like a lifetime bale count. You can also do like a trip meter on your odometer. You can set it so you can reset it so you can start it again. But you can't roll back the odometer, the lifetime count. So as far as I know, the alfalfa hay is just similar to regular grass hay as far as I think your animals, if your animals take hay, grass hay, they'll take alfalfa hay. I don't know if there's like a significant difference in what you can sell it for. I guess that's worth looking at. Let's take a look in the price menu and see what that what that difference might be. Regular hay, $92. Okay, so then probably all the way down at the bottom we'll see there's alfalfa hay. Oh wow. Wow. I think I should feed my animals regular hay and sell the alfalfa hay. I think That's quite a, I mean, twice as much. Not quite twice as much, but pretty darn close. Just for, you know, ballpark figuring, looks like it's almost twice as much. Gotta pay attention to my fill meter. It's taking off. Yeah, I think we've used up our quota of time lapses. So we won't do any more. We'll probably just have to kind of wrap this up here. Got a good start here on Alma, Missouri. I might continue and bail this off camera before we start the next episode. I mean, it's bailing. You've seen bailing before. You see me doing it. You see what's going on. I mean, I do like, excuse me, I do like how this baler works. It's promising in the sense that you can wrap your silage bales and really nothing wraps bigger than 150s anyway, other than those sausage baler things, so, or sausage wrappers. So I think this will just be just fine. So yeah, I'm sure I'm bumping up on the time limiter right now for the episode. So I want to thank you for joining me here on Alma, Missouri. Hopefully we're going to have a good, enjoyable series here. We're going to try and get big. And yeah, if you enjoyed this first one, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you don't subscribe yet, miss some. Why not? Don't cost nothing. We'll see you next time. Goodness.
PlayStation